Hello, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Father Balmex Pereira from St. Joseph Vaz College, Kortali, and today's lecture is for the Bachelor of Science students in Botany, third semester. Paper code is BOS 101 and paper title is Floriculture. The unit title, it is Unit 2, Study of Commercial Plants. The module we are going to deal with is flowering plants, marigold and gladiolus. This is module number 6. In the outline, we see the taxonomic position, the botanical description, and economic importance of these plants. The learning outcomes, it states the taxonomic position of marigold and gladiolus, provides a short botanical description of each, evaluates the economic importance of these flowering plants, and finally cites examples of commercial marigold, gladiolus. Marigold. Marigold belongs to family Asteraceae, subkingdom Trachybionta, division Angiosperms, class Dicotyledons, order Asterales, family Asteraceae, and genus Tagetes. Marigold has many varieties, and out of these, we are going to see 4 different varieties which are very important. We have African marigold, that is botanically it is called as Tagetes erecta. African marigold is a vigorous and tall plant, and it reaches up to 90 centimeter. And this plant gives large globular flowers which can be more than 15 centimeter in diameter. The next one is French marigold. French marigold, botanically, it is called as Tagetes petula. This plant is compact, around 30 to 35 centimeter tall, and the flowers are growing profusely. It can be in singles or sometimes doubles. These flowers can be colored, spotted, or striped, or sometimes just blotched. They can have more than one colors. The third variety is single signet marigold. The botanical name Tagetes tenuifolia. This is a dwarf variety that grows up to around 30 to 30 centimeter, and it gives single flowers. As you can see in the picture, it is a single flower. It can have different colors, but single color, either orange, yellow, or lemon. The interesting variety is the hybrid marigold, and this hybrid is between African marigold and the French marigold. African marigold, as we know, it is a tall variety. French marigold is shorter variety. When the hybrid comes, it is called as red and gold hybrids because these colors are seen in the hybrids. It grows up to a medium height, around 60 centimeter tall, and the flowers are normally double flowers which have color combination, and the color combination can be in the range of yellow, orange, red. So any of these two colors can be seen in the hybrid marigolds. You can see in the picture that is shown, it has white and yellow mixed together in the hybrid marigold. Commercially, marigold is an important plant. You must have gone to the market, you must have gone to the worship place. Wherever you go, you see these flowers. These flowers are used in garden decoration. If we have these in our gardens look colorful. They are used in religious functions and social functions. Garlands are made, and these garlands are used to be put up in the statues, or sometimes to put around the neck of the authorities also, or just to decorate the place. And commercially important plant, it is easy to be cultivated because it has wide adaptability to soil, climate, altitudes, temperature, and we get year-round flower production in marigold. It also has wide spectrum of attractive colors, different type of colors that we have just seen in the previous slides. Also, the shapes vary, size vary, and the habit of this plant is just free flowing habit. It can grow anywhere. It looks beautiful. It is highly suitable for bedding, edging, and herbaceous borders and pots. That is, we can see in the garden sometimes it is used as a hedge plant. So all the plants of marigold will be lined up on the edges. Sometimes they are used as borders, the herbaceous borders. And sometimes we can even grow them in the pots, and the pots can be shifted from one place to another wherever and whenever we require them. Now, the marigold has to be harvested and has to be marketed. When it is to be harvested and how it is marketed. Now, harvesting of this plant, of these flowers of marigold, is usually done when the flowers are fully open. And once the flowers are fully open, they are to be harvested during cool hours. That is, cool hours can be either in the morning or in the evening. The harvested flowers can be put into bamboo baskets, that is what normally done, or it is packed in the crates, or sometimes directly in the gunny bags or even in the polythene bags. These flowers are harvested and marketed. Now, the trick is just before harvesting, irrigation is to be done one day before. And when this is done, the shelf life of the flowers increases. So, the flowers that are harvested will have enough water when it is cut and it won't get dehydrated. So, it will have a better market value when it is sent for marketing. The next plant, flowering plant, is gladiolus. And gladiolus is called as sword lily. The taxonomic classification, as we see, subkingdom is Phanerogams, division Angiosperms. It belongs to the class Monocotyledons, and the order is Asparagales, family Iridaceae, and the genus is Gladiolus. Gladiolus comes from the word sword, and that is why this flowering plant is called as sword lily. Now, what is an ideal gladiolus flower, or how it will be used? It is a cut flower. Now, as a cut flower, it has to have the spike length of over 96 centimeters. Number of florets, this is an important point. Over 15 florets have to be there in the ideal gladiolus flower. The florets that are open, they have to be over 5 at a time. So, if 5 or more flowers are open, we can say this is an ideal gladiolus cut flower. The gladiolus flower should not have any side shoots, that is, it is just one spike. The florets can be in single or double line, but facing one side. All the gladiolus flowers should face on one side, then we can say this is an ideal gladiolus flower. The florets that are there are evenly spaced. There is sufficient space in between, and there is a balance between the open florets, half open florets, or closed florets. So, in the entire spike, you will have all three types of flowers, that are the florets, the open florets, half open, and the closed florets. The ideal gladiolus flower should have optimum longevity, that is, it should have a good life, shelf life. It should have a attractive color to attract those who use it. And this floret should be turgid, free from injury and discoloration, because the color of the gladiolus is very important. Now, commercially, gladiolus is a very important plant. And as an important plant, while selecting it has to be selected according to the location, and that is why it has location specific selection. The color and length of the spike is very important, and hence gladiolus has attractive colors and the length has to be higher ones. Some varieties that are grown commercially in India, there are many, but few examples that I can give: American Beauty, Friendship, Her Majesty, Jester, Royal Gold, Daydream, Priscilla, White Prosperity, White Friendship, Rose Supreme. And there are many other varieties which are economically important and commercially important. And some of the species that give us good flowers, these are the important species that you can see on your screen. The last one, Gladiolus grandiflorus, normally includes most of the modern day cultivars that are used. So, Gladiolus spikes are harvested and they are sent into the market. Now, as the spikes are harvested, there are different important points that are to be kept in mind. First of all, the stages of harvesting gladiolus. Now, how to know whether to harvest it or to wait? So, the lowermost one or two florets, either they have to be opened or they have to be colored. And that is the time you know, okay, the time of harvesting has come. In gladiolus, we also have corms that are harvested and they are economically important. They have market value. And these corms are normally harvested after around 40 to 50 days of flowering. So once the gladiolus flowers, after 40 to 50 days, you can check out for the corms which are underground. Now these need to be stored. So the optimum storage temperature is different for the spikes and different for the corms. For the spikes, it is 1.7 to 4.4 degrees Celsius. And for the corms, it is 4 to 7 degrees Celsius. So they have to be stored in cool climate, colder climate. Then finally, the packaging of the gladiolus spikes that are harvested, it is done in bunches. The bunches can be bunches of 10 or 12 or even 20 spikes in the corrugated boxes which are used for marketing, so that these flowers are marketed in a safe way. So gladiolus flower is a very important flower that we have. Marigold is an important flower economically, and these flowers are marketed and used by all of us. Here are some of the references that you can look for. Thank you.